So today we're going to go for a walk around Chapultepec Park and the Botanical Garden and some of the fountains and the lakes. And I have some video from GoPro phone and some still pictures. We were driving up on a Sunday and our baby got to take a nice long nap before we were in the park. So always fun to see the kiddo getting the rest. I'm gonna get up all in your business here. Bunch of nice orange marigold flowers were planted for Halloween and Dia de los Muertos. Had to jump into a convoy of other people seeking parking, and they took us to a neighborhood just to the north. It was kind of a cluster. This is the Dance of the Flyers, or Danza de los Voladores. It's from the Mesoamerican period, which I'm not entirely sure that I could describe that accurately. I'll say that Mexico has about 30,000 years of human history, but the Mesoamerican period, which is more well understood and preserved, would be from about 3,000 years ago until about 450 years ago, when you start to get into where the Mesoamerican period gives way to the colonial period. And during the colonial period, about 90% of indigenous people in North America, which will include also Mexico and Central America as well, 90% of indigenous people did not survive the introduction of Eurasian diseases that came with the colonial settlers. So a lot of history has been lost, but compared to the understanding of indigenous people that I had as a student in the United States, perhaps I'm just glib, maybe I didn't look at the right places, but I think a lot more history has been preserved here in Mexico. So this is Mexico City Sunday traffic for you, because I think we drove past this spot like 3 times in the search for parking. Luckily baby slept through it and I only got moderately cranky, and you couldn't tell because I was in the back. But the plan was to come walk around Chapultepec and make it home for the Formula One Texas Grand Prix. Yeah, it's starting in 14 minutes. And we just started walking around, so I think that's the end of that story. Oh well. Yeah. ¿Qué es esto? La tipula.
¿La what?
Tipula? Tipula?
I don't know.
Dragonfly? Well, what do you call a mosquito in Spanish?
Moscow.
Moscow?
Mosquito.
Moscow. Why did I think
Mosquito.
a Chilpancingo I thought was a mosquito? Lago de las Titulas. Baby, I don't think that mommy speaks Spanish. Sometimes. Usually I do think that, but
Bolas? I have never heard that word before. My orchids.
they're still hanging in there, right? Just have to figure out what to do about that bonsai tree that we got. Pobrecito bonsai.
This is like Cuernavaca weather.
Yeah, it's like being in a sauna. The plants. The likenesses of grasshoppers all over Chapultepec Park is because the name of it, Chapultepec, literally means the hill of the grasshoppers. And it's passed through generations as a stronghold, a fortification, or a religious center of one form or another, eventually a royal and then presidential palace.
Mi amor, ¿dónde está papá? Is she still looking at the water?
Well, she's just looking around. She's looking at the purple leaves and the water splashing and the people over there. Oh, I didn't even notice there's a trajinera. It's seen better days. It's not ready for party barging right now. I feel like I'm gonna fall through these things. I don't like this at all. I'm getting out of here. Ah! It's crunchy. I got this nice view of the castle from the garden. Cool to think that at some point that was somebody's garden and they lived in that castle. I actually have been up on that hill and I do have footage of it, and I will post another video of it soon. libertador, estadista, gran capitán invicto, político esclarecido, uno de los viejos estados mexicanos cunando nuestra patria, gobernante honesto, sabio legislador, dignifica el trabajo. Realiza gran programa de educación pública, ciencias y artes, justicia y asistencia social. Poeta, filósofo, orador, varón ejemplar, ama las dones del espíritu, condena los abusos del oro y del poder, exalta las virtudes, la paz y la concordia, respeto mutuo entre los hombres y entre las naciones. En Texcoco, en 1463, a la edad de 71 años, se asciende al cielo de los inmortales. Él sirve la patria. She looks like she's ready to go home.
No, it's closed.